Welcome to Scott Spears Live Tonight. Hollywood lost a legend over the weekend when long-suffering actress Isabel Sanford died at age 86 in Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Hollywood, California. Tonight we have an exclusive interview with co-stars Sherman Hemsley and Marla Gibbs. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How are you guys doing?
We're fine.
Yeah, doing good.
Good. How did you hear of Miss Sanford's death?
Well, actually, I was at a Western affair, and one of the friends of one of her children, whispered it to me.
Sherman?
And that was on Saturday.
I heard of a Marla. Marla called me.
Marla called you. Yeah, was it a shock? I mean, had she been ill?
Oh, yeah, she's been ill for a while.
Yeah. Well, we knew she was ill. I was hoping that she was going to pull out of it, that she wasn't that ill, but she didn't.
Yeah, I know I'd seen Sherman, you and Isabel together at the TV Land Awards, and she was kind of slow-moving there. I think that was her last public appearance.
Yeah.
How was she that night? Was her mood up, or?
Yeah, well, she's always up in her, mentally she was fine. The spirits were up, it's just that her body was, giving out.
Right.
She was joking. In fact, I remember they were showing us, taking us to the X spots on that rehearsal, showing us where we should go, and how, when we come out and all that kind of stuff. She said, "When do I do my dance solo?"
She always had a joke.
Yeah. She was, to the end, she was joking.
Right. Marla, when was the last time you saw or spoke with her?
The last time I saw Isabel was when she got her star on Hollywood Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. And what was her mood that day?
Oh, she was happy.
Right.
As she said, she dreamed about that since she was 9 years old.
That's great.
Yeah,
so I'm so happy that she got that.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
She really wanted it bad.
Right.
That was beautiful. I couldn't make it. I was working.
Right. And Sherman, when was the last time you'd spoken with her?
That was the last time I spoke to her was at the TV Land Awards.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I saw her with Brad.
Right. Now, the Jefferson set, I mean, it looked like it was so much fun on the air. How would you two summarize the set? I mean, what was the mood on the set every week?
Wow.
Always cheery.
It was like a family. We came there. I used to say we come together to play every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like going to work. It was like coming to play. And we played. Sherman came up with a lot of ideas that were hysterical, and they were put into the show. And Isabel would think of things. Everybody was very loose, and all the guests that used to come to the show would say, "We wish we worked on this set. You guys are so loose. We can't believe how warm and loose the show is."
Right.
Because we were also happy to be working steady,
That's right.
What's out there?
Right.
A job like that, going to work every day, don't have to worry about the bill or anything.
That's right. And we had such a great group of producers and exec producer Norman Lear and our director Jack Shea and a lot of the writers. We were just all very close, and we were just like family.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody worked off of one another. The writers got the ideas from us, we got ideas from them. It was just, nobody had any egos, none of that stuff.
That's right.
The show was the most important. The show was the star. We were just a component.
We knew that too.
Right. How was Wheezy different from Isabel, Sherman? How were the two characters different, or the person different from the character?
Isabel's more like Isabel, more like George, I guess. More like she was, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But she was always full of pranks, full of jokes.
Yeah.
And full of life. And I think Isabel was pretty much too. I mean, she would love to be this sophisticated woman, and we all called her the queen. And she could really she put on the airs with the hands up and blessing the little people, which was us.
I spoke with Isabel around 2 years ago, and she expressed great dismay on how the series ended. What do you guys feel on that? And did you notice how it affected her over the past 20 years?
Oh, she was very, very upset over how it ended because we weren't told. We found out from the news and from friends calling us to tell us the show was canceled. And being on for 11 seasons, we didn't think it was fair.
Right. Sherman, what'd you
nor
feel?
did we get to do a closing show or ever get to do a reunion, which fans are still asking us for.
Right. Right. Now, Sherman, how did you feel the same way on that?
Well, it just would have been nice. I found out over the TV, it's just embarrassing to find out that way.
Right. Where would George and Louise have ended up?
Where would they have ended up?
Yeah, where would they have ended up? If you were able to do a closing, where would you guys have ended up?
I have no idea. I'm not a writer, but I mean, we had one script that we had written that an hour show. We kind of were going in the right direction. It just needed work. I think they had a duplex now, and what happened, Marla? How was it?
One of the scripts. I'm trying to remember who came up with it. Was it the one where Ralph owned the building?
Yeah, he was head of security or something. And he wouldn't let nobody come near me and all that kind of stuff. Lawrence was married, but we didn't like the way they had the certain characters. But, it just needed work. It was, it was a good start. It was a good first draft.
Right.
But it never went anywhere. It was like it was supposed to go on, and then it was CBS, and somehow they changed presidents on it, and the new incoming president didn't want to have any parts of it. So.
Well, what I heard was they wanted to go to an hour format, and we were replaced with Murder, She Wrote. Which was also became a successful show, but that we couldn't figure out why they couldn't have a successful hour format and a successful half-hour format.
Right. Now we'll just kind of go around the board on this one. We'll start with you, Marla. When did you first meet Isabel, and what were your first impressions of her?
I first met Isabel at an audition, and she came in, and of course she had this loud voice, this gregarious personality. She came in and I'm here, and everybody knew she was Isabel, and everybody started laughing, and she started telling jokes. I mean, she was like a stand-up comedian. She kept the whole room in stitches. And little did I know that one day I'd be working with her.
And Sherman, when did you meet Isabel?
I met Isabel when I came down to be on All in the Family. I came down from San Francisco. I was doing a play up there. And I just happened to call the day before, and they said they were looking for me. I had no idea. So I rushed down, and read with Carol, and they said I had to park. And then John Richards, the director, took me over to Isabel. I said, Isabel, here's your husband. And she looked at me like up and down. Okay, come on. She wasn't stressing him. She said, come on, follow me. I mean, like she remembered all her life, And she said, what she was thinking, she told me later, she was thinking, she said, this little squirt, I could flip him around with my little finger, She was just like a great big husky guy, She said I was all neck, because I was real skinny at the time. I was like 135. She said, he was all neck. I had a long neck, I guess.
Yeah, you were pretty skinny when you first came on.
Yeah, I had been on that fast. I was on a diet. Well, that was cool because I was broke anyway.
It didn't require much food, huh?
This is perfect time to go on a mucusless diet. Just test this diet out, So it worked out perfect because they had the character. They wanted a feisty little guy, so I was little. I didn't know what feisty. I mean, I kind of knew what feisty meant, but pompous and feisty. So my first instinct was David Niven, and so I knew he was kind of like that. He was pompous. But that's the first time I met Isabel.
Right. Marla, what was your personal relationship like with her off the set?
Off the set?
Yeah.
Isabel was the head of the company, of our company. We all recognized it. We kind of let Isabel have her way because it was always generous anyway. And off the set, sometimes she'd have a little party and we'd all come together, a little barbecue or something. And I always teased her. Whatever she said, I'd say, yes, ma'am, my queen, or my leggy, and it would keep her laughing. Everybody else would say, your liege, especially Franklin Cole.
Franklin, yeah.
Mr. Willis, your liege, and I'd say, your leggy, and it would tickle her. So, although most of us were busy, and she was too, and later she bought a property in Atlanta, so she was back and forth, and we didn't get to see each other that much. When we did, we always came back together as though we had never been apart, and the conversation would sort of pick up like where it was 5 years ago.
There you go.
Right. And Sherman, because Isabel was what, 18 or 19 years older than you, and yet you played husband and wife. I mean, what was your personal relationship like with Isabel?
She was great. We were friends, you know. And she was an actress from stage, and I was an actor from stage, and we were all, you know.
Right.
Just do my part. I just that's the way I was taught. Just do your job, mind your business.
Right.
That's what I always did.
And I'd like to say, my queen, that he's the one that said you were 19 years older. We didn't say that, okay?
Right. I don't know about that.
Sorry, I misspoke.
We did not know that. Of course, we always knew how beautiful and young you were, my queen.
That's right.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I got a piece of paper today, and I saw that Sherman, you and Isabel had appeared on camera after the Jeffersons in Old Navy commercials, Denny's commercials, episodes of Lois and Clark, The Fresh Prince, a Mafia movie, and all points in between. I mean, what made those characters be able to sustain for 20 years after they were off the air and play in just about every venue or situation, commercials, movies, or television?
I guess people just like the request of it. We went.
Right.
And I'd like to say here that they never took their maid with them. And she always wondered why.
Hey, did we do that one with LL Cool J? Weren't you into that one?
LL Cool J?
In the house. Did you do it in the house with us? No?
No, sir, I did not. You did not take me.
Well, it wasn't my call, you know that, Marla. I'd have had the whole cast.
Do we know the funeral plans, and will you guys attend?
No, we don't, no. And it depends on, I'm doing 2 plays. So it depends on when it is, and I certainly hope it's within the range of time that I have free.
Yeah, that's my problem also. I hate to miss it, you know.
Right. Okay, and starting with you, Marla, how will she be remembered?
Always as a fun-loving, take over the room when she walks in. Always a fun-loving, generous, loving woman. I think everybody who knows Isabel feels that, and she will always be known as Wheezy. Joy is Wheezy. And the fans still ask, where's Wheezy? Where's George? And when they ask about George, I say he's in the oven baking with the rest of the turkeys. So, I mean, the fans just go on just like this show is still running today.
Right. Sherman, how will she be remembered?
Well, basically the same thing Marla said. You know, so I don't remember Isabel being angry. I mean, even if she was in a bad mood, you could get her out of it easy. Not teasing her or something. I just remember she was always, you know, up. Never seemed to have any problems. I'm sure she must have, but she never showed it.
That's great. I tell you today, I was talking to a reporter, and this was the story on everybody's tongue. I mean, Iraq's out there and everything else is out there, and that's dominating the news channels. But this is what people want to talk about and seem most sorrowful for. And I heard somebody say today that they know there's laughter in heaven because Isabel Sanford's there.
Yes.
Wow, beautiful.
And I think that's the best. I think that's the best.
That is true.
Absolutely. And she will go on forever in reruns.
Yes, and she'll go on forever in our hearts.
Right.
That's right.
And 16.
I'm sorry?
And 16 years old.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now, that's something I agree with Miss Isabel Sanford.
Yes.
Wheezy, my queen.
We've been here tonight remembering Isabel Sanford with Sherman Hemsley and Marla Gibbs. You guys come back anytime. I'd love to have you back, and hopefully on a better occasion next time. You've been a joy.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for the tribute you're doing to a wonderful, wonderful lady.
Yes, right.
Thanks so much. Isabel Sanford, a wonderful actress. She will be missed.